Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a quick video here to cover an issue I saw earlier this week when I was using a VST plugin in Reason, and I was trying to activate some automation on it to roll off some of the low end, and hit this issue where I just kept getting like a automation lane that said show dirty flag settings. So if you want to know how I got around that, stay tuned and I'll go over how I sorted that out in Reason.
This is where 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 we all get there.
Okay, so this video is around automation in Reason, and everybody's probably done it in Reason. If you've not, I've got a video about the basics of automation in Reason. I'll pop a link to that here in this video so you can go watch that first if you wish. This one's a little bit more focused. It's around automation with VST plugins, and the example that I'm going to use here and the problem that I saw this week was around isotopes, neutron, and trying to manipulate the EQ in automation. So probably the best place to start here is for me to show you what the problem is and then show you how I got around it. So what we're going to do is just build something out here. So I'm going to pop on a redrum and flick to the house kit, and we'll just drop a 4 on the floor here just to get us going. I'm just going to drop the volume because you all know what 4 on the floor sounds like. So next sort of thing I was doing here is in the effects I was going to pick up a neutron 3 elements, drop it in here, and get to the EQ setting. By default the equalizer's here. If you've not seen this before, it's a great little tool. This is the free version, but you can get more functionality if you buy the suite. So I'll just put the equalizer back on, and what I was talking about here, if we take this low end here, I'm going to switch this to a high pass, tighten it up, and then I'm going to say around 30 here. So if we just stop this for a second, one of the things that you would normally do here is you have this automate here. So you can click that, it says click a parameter. So if I click this here, that's number one, I do in fact get an automation lane, and normally what you would do is come in here, either record some automation or whatever you choose, do it manually, and then you'd expect, you know, as this plays, you would see some movement here as this moves around, but obviously you can see that's not happening. You'll notice this dirty global flag here. So you know, how do you get around that? So one of the ways that I find you can do that, I'm going to remove this automation line because clearly it didn't work, is to right click on the VST itself and do a combine. So that puts it in a combinator, and you can see what I can do with this now. So on the combinator, again, if you've not used the combinator and configured it, I'll pop a link to a video I've done on this before. It's the basics of getting going with a combinator. But if you click the editor section here, you can see that you can see what devices are within this combinator. So here we've got the neutron 3 elements, and in here by default you get these controls here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this particular control, sorry, VST, and I'm going to add, for control 1, the target on this is going to be group 1 B1 frequency. Okay, so if I open up this again and we go to the VST, one thing to remember is to use keep open here, and you can see now that manipulating this control here, I've now got control over that number 1 EQ there, and of course you can keep going here, and I could add control 2 to group 1, what we got in here, 4, and that will manipulate this one. So again, if I manipulate 2, I can do the same there. if I was to add, say, another point on here, say 5, well, again, I can continue to go here by mapping, say, control 3 through to group 1 and then choosing 5. I've got up to 8 here. So I'm just going to ignore these two for a second. So again, we've got that control knob there, and we can call it and something here on the label. Now I can right click on this and I can choose edit automation, and I do indeed get a line here for the combinator, and in here for the low end look, again I can record something here, or I can just manually come in and say, okay, well I want it to start, let's say we'll do something like this. Then you'll find if you play this, see how the EQ flicks in, which is probably a little bit too far, but still it doesn't matter. You get the idea. And obviously that probably would be inverted, right? You'd want to start off possibly like this, and then let it hit here, something like that. But you can see now that the automation's working on that EQ to be able to do that. Yeah. So fading it in and out, whatever you would like to do with that. So, so that's how to adjust the frequency. What about if you want to do something different? Say this is a bell and you want to increase the gain here. So again, we tied control 1 to the low end, the frequency. Remove the automation on that just to keep this clear, but we're going to do something with control 2. So again, we can choose control 2. We might call this 1 or something. And what we can do here is, if you look in the groups here, we chose B1 frequency before. In group 2 you've got B1 gain, right? And again, if you now right click and do automation on that, we can do something strange like this just to get the point across. And you can see here already, look what's happening. And also we could say on number 3 we're going to do the Q. That's going to call it freak 1. So then we're going to map Q1 to what we got here. We got the Q point on B1, and we're going to do some automation on that as well, just to get the point across. So again, oops, let's start again. Let's do something here. So here, look. See the Q widening as it's going up. Just get rid of those. Well, actually we'll keep those, and then we just put the original one back that we had on there, which we were messing with this. So you see we've got pretty good control over that, what we want to do with it, the frequency, the Q, the gain in there. So it's not just about manipulating that frequency, there are other things. And again, if you look in here, if we look at number 4 here, let's just assign that. There are a bunch of other things you can do in here as well. It's just a case of playing around and experimenting with that. That was something that was holding me up, because normally, you know, if you want to do the EQ and you're not going to use neutron here or any other VST, you know, you can control same sort of thing here on the particular value. If you just got your kick going on this one, you can actually manage that through the EQ sections here, right? But I've noticed with some VSTs that you couldn't actually control it all the time, but that's one way that I got around that by assigning that there. So I hope that helps someone out if you're struggling with certain types of automation in VSTs. If you like this video, drop us a subscribe on there and comment if you've got some other approaches to solving that problem within Reason and VST automation.